Hey BookTube, it's Jackie. How's it going? If you're new to me and it's the first time you're seeing my face, hello, what's up? My name's Jackie. I sit on my floor and I talk about books. So, hope that's why you're here because that's what's going to be happening today. If you're not new to me, thank you for always tuning in. The continued support, I really do appreciate it. So today for you, I have my June TBR. How are we already at the halfway mark of the year, guys? Seriously? How is that even happening? And where is the time going? Because it is not spent reading fucking books. For me, let's just be honest about that. I've been kind of sucking lately with my TBRs. I did get a nice little reprieve in May. I think I maybe kicked the that reading slump. I think I might have kicked it, but this will be the deciding month. So if you'd like to find out what I will be occupied with this month, grab yourself a drink, have yourself a seat. Let's get talking some books. Okay. So this is my June TBR. This is everything I'm going to be trying to get to in June. I have never been successful with any of my TBRs. I'm not even going to try to say that I'm going to be successful with this TBR, but I'm always going to give it the old college try. Yeah. This is going to be broken down just like all my other videos into categories to help kind of keep it a little bit organized. So the first category we have is carryovers. I don't have any. Mostly because I got tired of carrying shit over. But actually, the only book that I would be carrying over is Empire of the Vampire, which is an audio reread, and I've been listening to it on Audible, and I am almost done with it. So, yes, I'm carrying it over, but I'm not because it's been there forever. All right, it's just been there it's just a standard constant now. So I'm not really gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna be listening to it. But other than that, I don't have any physical books to carry over because May 31st, I completed the book that I was reading. I completed it, so I did not have to carry it over into June. Very, very excited about that. It's a little win for me, so no carryovers this month, which will go right into the arcs. And I haven't had an arc for a while. Well, this month, I've got two. I got two of these bad boys. The first one is a book that I'm really, really excited about. I have reviewed two of her books already on this channel. I've been with her since the beginning, and that is Ella Jacobs, or three books, actually. Sorry, three books. Yeah, three books with her, and then is Ella Jacobs' new release, Delivered to the Devil, and it looks like this. I got a e-copy of this, and I will be doing a full book review on this as I review all of her books when she sends them to me. This is dark, dark romance. There's non-con in it. I think there's captor-captive. I think there's kidnapping. There's a lot of crap. And I know it's going to push me. It's going to scare me. It might make me feel a little even uncomfortable at times, but Ella has this way with writing and this intensity with writing that just never quits. And I'm super, super excited to pick this up and to give it a shot. I've had a really good time with everything I've read from her, and so I high hopes for this one. So do keep your eyes peeled because there'll be a full book review on this bad boy. The next one I have an arc for, and I am really, really excited about this. I haven't done a Readsy book in a while, and this is a book through Readsy Discovery, but this was a requested Readsy Discovery book by an author that I have already reviewed one of their books, and this is Alan Thrush's Winterman's Letter, and it looks like this. This is the standalone sequel to the book that I reviewed earlier in 2022, A Salient in Flanders. I'll link the video here for you guys so you can go check it out. There was a lot of requests for what happened in the letter component in this story, and this is the response. So Alan got a hold of me on Readsy and actually asked if I wanted to review this book, and I said abso-fucking-lutely, of course I do. I had such a great time with Salient in Flanders. I just absolutely adored that book. I thought the way he wrote was so balanced with the historical and military references, with the romance, that I think a romance reader could enjoy this book. A historical fiction person could enjoy this book. A historian, military historian, somebody in the military could enjoy this book. Somebody who adores World War I history. I think they would enjoy this book. So I'm really excited to find out some of the unanswered questions left in that book through this one. So you will see a full book review on this as well. I'm very, very excited about this. I love when authors request me to read their book, especially because they enjoyed what I've done in the past. I like building that relationship with authors, and I'm super, super excited about this. I'm really, really excited. So fingers crossed that my 2 arcs are going to be epic, because all the books I've read past from both of these authors have been epic. So I'm excited. The next category is my book clubs. I have one book club this month, and that is the Black Hat Book Coven, which if you are familiar with me at all, you know I've been part of for, I think this is going on the 2nd year. And this was a book club hosted online, created by Becky over at BeckX Reads, and it comprises of her, myself, Laura at A Book Circus, and Kristen at Kristen Craves Books. And occasionally we have guest Coven members join us. And this month we will be reading the book The Honey Witch. With this book club, we only read witchy books. That is what we do. We just have to have a witchy vibe. And this one is The Honey Witch, and it's by Sydney J. Shields. I believe this was Laura's pick. I'm pretty sure this was Laura's pick. And if I'm not mistaken, this does have LGBTQ representation in it, so it's perfect for Pride Month. So I'm super excited about that. That's awesome. The reading sprint that we do each month for our book club, this month will be on June 19th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on a guest Coven members channel, Daphne from Being Daphne. Yeah, that's the name of her channel, Being Daphne. And here's the banner for that one. And the live show will be on Laura's channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on June 27th. And here's the banner for that. So mark that in your calendars. You guys can join us, and please feel free to pick up this book and read along with us. So super, super excited. The last installment I had a good time with, and the previous installment I had a good time with. So far we're on a roll with good installments this year. I'm liking it this year. It's good. It's good. I'm liking the books. I'm having a good time with them. And I'm really excited about this one. And this is actually a reread for Laura. So it'll be really interesting for her to reread it and then have that dual POV when we talk about our live show. If there's anything that she is experiencing the second go around that she didn't the first time, and then we can maybe, as newcomers, pick those up without having to reread the book. So that'll be really nice, a nice experience to have. That is all for the book clubs. And as for read-alongs, there is one read-along taking place this month. It takes place at the end of this month and into the first part of July. And that is Thoughts on Tome's Tome Topple. It is being brought back. If you're not familiar with Tome Topple, I will link her channel here, Thoughts on Tome's channel. And this is a read-along she created to read big books. I think it's 500 plus pages. And it's like usually a 2 or 3 week read along, and we just read big books. Now, because it is carrying over into July, I'm gonna have its own TBR video, so I have not picked the books for this read along just yet, because sometimes she does prompts, and so far as of me releasing this, she has not released the video on her YouTube. This was just announced on her Instagram the other day, and of course I wasn't gonna miss it. I already posted on my Instagram that, yeah, I'm gonna be there. But if she does any prompts or anything, I wanna make sure that I pick books that will fall into that, if she does. So I will be doing a separate video for that later on in the month. But just know that that is happening, and it'll be carried over into July as well. Which brings me to my free reading books in June. Okay, let me explain something about June. May is Mafia May, okay? It is. I read a lot of Mafia in May because of the Mafia Romance Readathon, and it's also my birthday. So it's like all about me May. I read stuff that's gonna make me happy, and I did. I had a great time in May. June, because it's the 6th month and it's the halfway mark, it is just get it fucking done. It's just get it done June. So I looked at my books and I picked books that I have wanted to read for a while. Books that I have put on the back burner because I was supposed to read other things, and things of that nature. And also, June has June 6th in it, which is D-Day, during World War II. And I wanted to represent that a little bit in this TBR. So, my free reading books are kind of a plethora. There's quite a lot here, but it's okay. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. It's just how we roll, all right? So the first book, and this is the one that I've currently started, is David Grann's The Wager, A Tale of Shipwreck, Mutiny, and Murder. I had my eye on this for a long time, and Lauren purchased for me for Christmas. This is a nonfiction book. I thought it was historical fiction, and it's not. It is nonfiction, but it reads like fiction. And so far, I'm having a really, really good time with it. But essentially, it is about the Wager, a ship called the Wager that crashed, and months later, 30 men returned, emaciated, basically dying, and they became heroes. And then a few months later, 3 other men from the same shipwreck were found alive, and they told a completely different story. And it's, are they heroes? Are they cannibals? Are they mutineers? What's the real story? What happens in the court case? And it's very, very intriguing, and it's just, I've been wanting some seafaring stuff. I am going on vacation in 2 months, and I'm not going on a cruise, but it's just, I'm going to a beach with the sea, and I'm in that vibe. I'm in that vibe, so I want to pick this up, and I've already started it, and so far it is already gripping me. I've already found 3 lines in it that I've literally stopped myself and be like, I gotta read this to somebody because it's fucking epic the way it's written. This man also wrote the book Killers of Flower Moon, which I have not read, but I have seen the film that Martin Scorsese just recently released. I'm a huge Martin Scorsese fan, especially when he teams up with Leonardo DiCaprio. However, I was not the biggest fan of that movie, but I do really want to read this book. And another side note, my sister is also a very, very big reader, but we have very different reading tastes. When it comes to fantasy, absolutely same vein. Vampires, same vein. But anything else, we're pretty different. Like, I love the historical stuff. She's not really big on it. She likes the more fantastical historical stuff, more paranormal historical stuff. I just like historical stuff in fucking general. But when I was at my nephew's trap shooting meet, I was reading this book, and she made a comment. She's like, I actually bought that book. I'm like, you know it's nonfiction, right? And she's like, yeah, I know, but it looked really interesting. So the fact that someone who's really not into nonfiction books, really not into very minute areas of history, who is a polar opposite of me, but I still share DNA with, still wanted to read this book. We both wanted to. I thought was really kind of cool. So I'm very, very excited. I'm very excited about this, and so far I am loving it. I'm only 25 pages in, but I'm having a great fucking time with it right now, so far. So, kudos. The next book I would like to try to get to, and this is a representation of World War II, and I've had this on my shelf for quite a long time. I mean, it's one of the senior representatives of my bookshelf, okay? In the hierarchy, this is one of the old ones. And I actually hauled this book on this channel back in 2016 when I originally started it. Like, that's how long I've had this book. And that is Once We Were Brothers by Ronald H. Balson. This was super popular for a long, long time. I could not tell you what it's about. All I know is it takes place during World War II. And it's one of the few World War II books that I still have that's not read, and I wanted to read it for this month. So, it is supposed to be heart-wrenching. It's supposed to make me cry. So why the fuck not? Okay? Why the fuck not? And the next book that I would like to get to, and this is actually a new addition to my shelf. I just recently hauled this. And one reason I picked it is because it's very short, but I have been eyeballing this book. I wanted this book, and I finally decided to pick it up one day. And that is T. Kingfisher's What Moves the Dead, which I have recently discovered is basically retelling of, what is it? Crap. Edgar Allan Poe, Fall of the House of Usher. Thank you. I was like, I knew it was an Edgar Allan Poe story. But it's a retelling of the Fall of the House of Usher. And I'm going to be perfectly honest. When I saw this book, I did not know that it was about the fall of the House of Usher. Okay, I didn't. I love that story, but I didn't know this is what that was about. I saw the cover, and at quick glance, I thought the rabbit was holding its spinal cord and innards. And I thought, that's fucking dope. I want to know what that book's about. Until I showed it to my husband and said, look at this cover. Isn't it so fucking cool? And he's like, those are mushrooms. And I looked at it and I realized they are mushrooms. But at quick glance, it looks like the bunny is holding its spinal cord with organs, okay? Quick glance, it does, okay? I'm not crazy. Okay, I'm crazy, but you see it, right? Somebody else sees that. So, but I want to pick this up. It's super short, and the sequel just came out. And a lot of the girls in my Black Hat book Coven, they love T. Kingfisher. She writes a plethora of genres, and this is one of her horror ones. And I'm still kind of that horror mood. Don't really know why, but I am, and so I want to give it a shot. So there we go. And the next book that is free reading is a book that, it's not an ARC, because it is already released, but it was sent to me for review by the author. And it's been sitting on my shelf for a while, and I feel really bad because she took the time to send me these books. So I looked between the two that she sent me, and I decided to pick this one up. And this is Lonely Dove by Soni Singh. She sent this to me as the kindness of her own heart to review, and she found me when I did my interview with Paul Indigo on Love Deleted. She watched that video and she liked the questions I had to say and everything, and that's how she discovered me. And so she asked me to review this, and I said, what the hell? Now, let me read you the back of this, okay? Anji felt it was her life's mission to find her soulmate. Anji is 41, single, of Indian origin, and grew up in Colombia. Now a successful journalist in New York City, she's missing only love in her life. Then a vision reveals her soulmate. He calls her Lonely Dove, 2 words that describe her perfectly, but she cannot see his face. Determined to find this mysterious man, she draws on all her work and personal resources to find him. As Anji embraces the signs and visions she receives, she discovers a need to heal from her past relationships. Will she ever find her twin flame, and will she be ready when she does? I find that really interesting, and I definitely, Soni sent me 2 books, and I had my husband read the back of both because I couldn't decide which one I wanted, and my husband thought I would prefer this one. So we're going with this one, and Soni, if you're watching this, I thank you so much for this copy, and you will get a full book review on this. So keep your eyes open, guys. That's another full book review this month. Yeah, I'm taking the plunge. We're just getting it done. We're getting it done, okay? That is what I've decided to put as my free reading. Of course, just get it done. There's a lot of stuff that I want to just get done. So I'm hoping that I get these done and then I start busting out some of those other projects, but I don't want to say it on here in case it doesn't fucking happen. You know how it goes, guys. And we all know how my TBRs go. We all know. But there is one more category, and that is my 12 and 24. If you're not familiar with my 12 and 24, that is a video I released earlier this year of 12 books that I wanted to complete in 2024. And I'll link it here for you guys in the down box below. For a while, I was picking 1 book a month, and then I kind of fell off the wayside because I was lazy. Got into reading slump, the whole 9 yards. But after May, I kind of kicked me in a high gear, and I did complete another book on that. And so it made me want to grab another one and see what I could do. And I had 1 book on this list that featured World War II, so I could go with my World War II stuff going on. And that is Kristen Hanna's The Nightingale. Another senior book on my list, on my shelf. I have been told by many, many people that I will love Kristen Hanna's writing, that I will be enamored with it. I love historical fiction, so anybody who's read a Kristen Hanna book who knows I like historical fiction has told me you are going to adore this. So I'm really, really excited about this one. And as you can see, there's a lot of historical fiction in this TBR. I'm getting back to it. It's what I'm kind of craving, that adventure, that mystery, that puzzle feel. I'm really feeling, and I'm really hoping that this gives this to me, and also kind of that woman element, that heart, because it is about, it's about 2 sisters set in France during World War II that live in a small village. They find themselves estranged when they disagree about the imminent threat of occupation. Separated by principles and temperament, each must find her own way and forward as she faces moral questions of life and death choices. So we got a little sister stuff going on here. Awesome. I'm super, super excited about this. And it's another one off my 12 to 24 list, which I'm really, really happy about. Now, because it is just get it done, you'd think I would be doing a TBR jar. I am not, because I have 3 books on this list that are requiring TBRs, and 2 of them are arcs that have a specific time frame. So I am not going to be doing a TBR jar this month. And also there are a few books on my Kindle that I would like to try to get to that are representative of Pride Month. But I haven't quite decided exactly which ones I want to go with. So they're just going to be a surprise. Surprise. I like to throw surprises every once in a while. It's cool, guys. It's cool. You'll live with it. You'll live. I promise. But yeah, that is what I got for you guys. That is my TBR for this month. So doable. Am I going to complete it? Have no fucking idea, because I never complete any of my TBRs. But this TBR is not so astronomically outlandish that I can't. So here's my physical, and then I've got the 2, or I've also got Honey Witch, and then I've got the 2 other books. So not a horribly bad TBR, a very monochromatic TBR that I did not plan on. Looking at that, okay. I did not plan that, but I like the feel I get. I do. It's very oceany. How weird is that? Anyway, okay, so that's what I got for you guys today. Let me know if any of these books are exciting to you, and do keep your eyes peeled, because I've got some backlog videos coming your way. They have been filmed, and they're going to be going up, so you're going to be seeing a lot of stuff from me in the coming days. A lot. So I will see you guys all soon with another video, and in the down box below, let me know if you will be participating in Thoughts on Tomes Tome Topple, if you've ever done it. And if you haven't, let me know what 500 plus page book, if you were going to participate in it, would be the first one on your shelf that you want to complete. And I would like to see if I read it. So I will see you guys all soon with another video. Bye, guys.